pace to get in.
Hello everybody, welcome to your live watch along of Belgium versus Finland and Russia versus Denmark in Euro 2020. Let's have a good two games. Hopefully these two games will be ballers and we'll show why.
Doesn't think about it. We saw the left foot finish, now the right
foot
finish. So
hopefully if you guys like the stream, hit the like button, like and subscribe.
Martinez perhaps changing the team to rest one or two as a forward. When you're scoring goals, he'll want to play and he'll want to score tonight.
Great to see a striker looking to get behind defenders.
Oh, fantastic to see. But Romelu Lukaku, the last 2-3 years, grew dramatically. He grew into a complete number 9, and it's just fantastic. The whole season at Inter Milan, he was on fire.
So, everybody, put down in Belgium are on their way out.
Linking up with his teammates, far better. He's now...
And so are Finland. Hello, Pradeep, how are you on this fine Monday evening?
Kevin De Bruyne and Eden Hazard to shine. So if they want to win it, they got to do it now.
Indeed. We're live on BBC One and BBC iPlayer. Let's join your commentary team.
So, guys.
And Jonathan Pearce.
Thanks very much, Gary. Good evening, everyone. Lightning is forecast in St. Petersburg to add to the theatre on what could already be a dramatic final night in Group B. The Eagle Owls came here on a wing and a prayer. A win tonight would send them sensationally through, but they're up against the #1 team in the world, the Belgian national.
I'm good. Belgium. So, guys, if you guys sub to the channel, let me know. I'll happily answer anything you guys want to put in front of me. I'm happy to answer anything.
The point will clinch them the group in the last 16 game in Sevilla against the third place side. If they finish second, then it would be Wales and Amsterdam. There are so many possible permutations tonight. Finland could clinch a top 2 place with a draw if Russia lose in Denmark.
So, here we go. Finland versus... Guys, put down in the chat, who do you guys want to win out of these two games? Belgium versus Finland, or Russia versus Denmark? Which one would you like to see be the winner in that game? So, hopefully you guys do enjoy the stream. We got 2 games for you. I've got both. One on my TV, one on my phone. I've got the Denmark versus so, Finland versus Belgium's on my TV, which you can hear, and Denmark versus Russia is on my phone. So to keep an eye on both games. I'm doing it very well, thank you very much.
But he said he's close to his best now after missing 5 weeks of build-up with an ankle injury. Dr. Felix Pluk is tonight's...
So, it'll be interesting to see how this game goes, folks.
World Cup 2018, European Championship of 2016. Took England against Wales, I seem to remember.
So,
back in the day,
let's see how the stream goes.
Belgium make 8 changes, no time to rotate keeper Courtois though. According to Roberto
Here we go.
Retains Denier and Lukaku. And as promised, gives first Euro 2020 starts to pre-tournament injury doubts. Witsel, De Bruyne and Hazard. Brighton's Trossard, the former Tottenham West Brom wide player Nasser Chadli,
So, here we go. Belgium versus Finland. And Denmark versus Russia. So, it'd be interesting to see from your perspective who you guys want to win.
He's here to pick up goals. He wants that golden boot. And it's up to Finland to keep him out. We know that they're resolute.
So let's wait and see. If you guys like the stream, hit the like button, like and subscribe to the channel if you are new.
Spellbinding, wasn't it? That period for him in the second half when they came from behind to beat them. First team in the competition up to that point to come from behind to win a game. Finland looking for the experience of Spark. There's speculation he'll retire after this tournament. He's been released by his club, Larissa. Lukaku with the 2 goals this European Championship campaign. Witsel out since January.
Here we go.
An Achilles. Pass fit just in time. Koretsky will be so very, very busy. Far busier, you'd have thought, than Courtois. And the players of Belgium take the knee, and the players of Finland reciprocate. And we're nearly ready to go.
Game is underway. Belgium versus Finland.
We will keep you up to date with events in
And Russia versus Denmark is also just about kicked off.
Then second and third places, Belgium will be home and hosed, of course, will be decided very possibly by penalty points picked up in the tournament. Those points you pick up for yellow cards. At the moment, Finland have 4, Denmark 3, and Russia 3. A long way to go before Martin gets out his abacus and starts working things out and they can calculate. Doku's seen a lot of him this season.
Belgium are on the ball at the moment. We've only played about 45 seconds and Belgium are already going for it.
De Bruyne, Jonathan, is going to play deeper today for Belgium to pull the strings. So he normally plays off the front here for Belgium, but today he's playing deeper.
Alongside Witsel.
I can see Finland getting absolutely run ragged in this game.
To get fit for this tournament, just the 32 minutes against Denmark since January, and Roberto Martinez was saying he deserved that because of his heroics for Belgium in the past. Here's Chadley, used as a left wing back in World Cup 18.
So guys, put your comments in the chat and I'll answer as many as I can. Who are you guys wanting to win? Finland, Belgium, or Russia, Denmark in
Sure, he'll do well again today. Hazard then, he comes deep towards the ball and they'll just hold possession. It's about creating opportunities though.
Eden Hazard's brother Torben didn't travel. He picked up a knee injury in the last game, so he's stayed back at their training camp. Mr. Bruyne.
So,
the captain's armband.
Here comes Belgium, just passing the ball around now. Belgium at the moment. About 2 is played. Let's hope we can get a couple of goals in this game.
I thought that maybe Trossard would be the right wing back. There before. It's a club level in a wing back role, but not hugely
it's
successful.
Belgium.
There on the right hand side of the
Go on,
pitch.
Lukaku.
As they look for Lukaku.
Just so you guys know, within my fantasy team, I have got Lukaku, De Bruyne and Hazard in for this game. So it's hopefully they can get me the points today. I already did well with getting some points from Dumfries, De Ligt and Memphis Depay.
Against Denmark, you remember he produced a sloppy.
So we're gonna hopefully we only played 3 minutes and it already shows that.
A few weeks back, they took him off after 28 minutes. He'd been so dreadful.
Go on, Lukaku!
Here's Lukaku trying to burrow his way through. He cleared away now for Finland.
Good defending, they're very patient there. Had to concentrate. Finland.
This man's had a good Euros. Glenn Cameron of Glasgow Rangers.
Very good. Really like him on the ball. He's brave in possession.
Still 0-0 in both games, folks.
Shaughnessy, left side, Toivio. Ariori sits in the middle, is a very strong header of the ball. They'll just be happy to get the ball at the moment.
Finland are on the ball at the moment.
I've been allured. You see him take a lot of the set pieces for Finland. Here's Yrinen, the left wing back who plays his football in Belgium with Racing Genk. They were second to Bruges this season in the championship. Title race, losing out after that weird playoff system they have on the head-to-heads with Bruges.
Jonathan, they need to get Pukki on the last defender's shoulder. That's his strength. It's something they've not really been able to do so far.
We just need to see what happens.
Yrinen towards Timo Pukki. He looked short of fitness, didn't he, when we saw him against Denmark?
Well, as you know, the championship finished that little bit earlier, so hasn't really played much football since the beginning of May and is playing his way into this competition.
Missed the end of the domestic season with that ankle injury.
So we just need to pray that something good goes in this game. It's Belgium 0, Finland 0, Denmark 0, Russia 0.
27th game in the Belgium shirts. Celtic player. On the right-hand side of the three, Boyata here in the middle.
So guys, put your messages in the chat and I'll answer as many questions as I can when I can.
Came back to the squad in March after 16 months out. He plays in Japan these days, and with the travel restrictions, he's taken Boyata. Hazard. Lukaku. Chappie's very high.
Go on. Ah.
Marshall there by Ukaretola.
Does well right to
This is just basically going to be Belgium have all the ball. Finland say, come on.
De Bruyne, the way his mind works,
try and break us down.
Looking for that killer pass.
And basically Finland just try and hit them on the break when they can.
Brings it away for Finland. Away by Boyata. And here's Witsel.
I will say Belgium winning this game.
If Russia don't win, a draw could be enough for the Finns if Russia lose. And should the Russians avoid defeat the Finland draw, then to hope their total of 4 points will send them through as one of the best third-place teams.
Here comes Belgium! Hazard! Oh!
Through by Hazard and cleared away by Radetsky.
So far, 0-0.
Lukaku there, laying it off for Hazard, doesn't quite make it.
Belgium avoid defeat, they'll win the group. They'll also top the group if they lose by a 1 or 2 goal margin, and Russia also win. 0-0 at the moment in Copenhagen. De Bruyne.
There goes Belgium. Unlucky. Yeah, good ball over the top. Good idea, but just the Belgian player Goku couldn't couldn't get to the ball quick enough, and it goes out for a goal kick to Finland.
Just laying it into Lukaku. This for me is what he's improved at. Protects the ball really well. Just a little bit too much on that.
Ariori, the big Finnish blonde-haired centre-back, the middle centre-back of the trio, has had a very solid Europeans as well. This is football. Jason Punchin at club level. Paris man, a much travelled player. He's out there at Paphos.
So still 0-0 in both games, folks. Finland 0, Belgium 0, and Russia 0, and Denmark 0.
For Belgium. Pumping those old 35-year-old legs. Should be a free kick.
Free kick to Belgium.
Trossard goes down. Had a good end to the season with Brighton. Remember Trossard.
Paulo's just gone straight through him there. He's really impressed me actually, alongside Pukki up top for Finland.
So it just needs to be a very good game. Needs to go for it and show what can be made of on the big stage.
Belgium have passed the ball twice as many times as Finland. No great surprise there. Here's one stat that might surprise you. Belgium have not been successful with a single cross into the box.
Wow.
11 attempts, none succeeded. to Wayata.
You don't want to get into a debate on defining what a cross is.
Here comes Belgium. Oh,
It's
you
Jimmy
Jimmy
good delivery in from the wide positions, but
still 0-0 in both Russia versus Denmark and Belgium versus Finland.
I think it's important for Finland, Jonathan, that the Finnish players getting lots of touches of the ball.
But Finland at the moment are holding their own, and I give them a huge slice of credit when credit's due. They're giving it a good, massive goal tonight. We only played about 10 minutes.
You're in it. And here's Danilo Shaughnessy, born in Riihimäki in Finland, but family come from Galway. Hrdecki had a very good season with Borussia Mönchengladbach. Qualifying for the Europa League, and decent individuals, Finland.
Unlucky Finland knew he was going through.
Pouring in, camera trying to pick him out. I think it helps them that they play a very similar system to Belgium with 3 defenders at the back. Their wing backs get forward whenever they can. 2 up top though they play.
Belgium are on the ball at the moment. 10 minutes gone.
Belgium, Russia and Finland all finish on 6 points, which will be the case if Russia win and Finland win here. There'll be split on goal difference from matches between the 3 teams, although they'd all be through really, because the 3rd place team would have 6 and that would be good enough. Very familiar to English fans, Dr. Felix Bruch, to Manchester City's Champions League win at PSG this season, and Chelsea's quarter-final win against Atletico Madrid, and Liverpool's defeat by Real Madrid, 3-1 away.
So hopefully we can see some more goals in this game, but I don't see where the goals are going to come from, folks.
Gunnar Toivio. He's in Sweden. Camera.
Here comes Finland.
Here's
Oh, that was dangerous from Belgium. Nearly let Finland in. Here comes Belgium.
Jeremy Doku, no one ran with the ball more than he in Ligue 1 this season in France. Think of the players in that league. There's like Mbappe. Here's Shadley.
That's a ball.
Waiting in the middle, coming in. It's a free kick for Finland.
So guys, put a question in the chat for anything you want to ask me. It's Finland 0, Belgium 0, Russia 0, Denmark 0.
Just arrives at Pukki's feet here and doesn't really sort his feet out. His first touch isn't the best. He gets robbed.
I would say this: Belgium just need one chance to score and they'll bury it. There's not been any chances in this game between Finland and Belgium at the moment. We've played about 13 minutes. They've played about 12 minutes in the Denmark-Russia game, and not a lot has happened there either.
Toivio to Rantala, who's in the US at Minnesota United. Hazard. Doku's to his right-hand side.
Belgium are on the ball at the moment. Let's see what can happen from this attack from Belgium. If they can actually do anything.
So now very much playing as that right wing back. But 2 in the middle to hit. Hazard is in
Belgium are on the ball.
Kevin De Bruyne.
That's the ball. Oh.
Not on the same wavelength. I think he wants Lukaku to pull away there. Maybe not the best of balls, his usual type ball.
Need Belgium to get more chances because they need them for points today.
Higher up the pitch. Using that fake 9 role where he can join in, be creative in the final third.
Because most of my points
Might be an
today,
exercise to get him fit a
most of
little
my
bit,
points
because there's much football.
this evening are
Since
all
that
coming from
injury in the
Belgium. So
Champions
if Belgium
League
don't
final.
perform,
Horrible injury as
Three
well.
set-
Fractured eye socket and nose. The
3 sets of points will be
marvels
wasted.
of modern football medicine really continue to astound, because at one stage, I'm not saying back in the day, certainly when Martin was playing, and even more recent, that would have been a career-ending injury.
Well, it certainly would have been. It's not a nice thing to fracture your eye socket. I think he's come away with it actually quite unscathed. To come back so quickly is testament to how tough he is as well.
Belgium are playing really well.
That's the Finland shape.
It's still 0-0 between Russia and
3-2.
Denmark as well.
Okay.
Belgium have just passed the ball around like Belgium do.
Producing the unpredictable. Finland. Touch around the corner there by Nessa Chadley. Playing at left wing back in Russia 3 years ago. Was a surprise to see him there for many, but remember the tactical surprise against Brazil when he played De Bruyne in the false nine and Lukaku was on the right side of the attack. Capable of that is Roberto Martinez.
I think Martinez will be looking for Hazard to really turn it on tonight. Great opportunity, but hasn't really done much at Real Madrid now for a couple of seasons. Looks fully fit.
Right, folks, Belgium need one chance. Lukaku! Oh!
Drilled it wide.
I think the flag is up now.
Looks a tad offside there.
Oh!
Great ball to him. He's
Thought he
really
was
in the
on the
mood
side
at
there,
the
but
moment.
good
Lukaku's
shot
so
from
quick,
Lukaku.
so powerful.
Nearly 1-0 Belgium, but he was offside.
Just gets that one off target.
That's the Belgian coach, his 59th game in charge. They've lost just 4 under him. Led them to their longest unbeaten run in history. World number 1, 3rd at the World Cup. And they breezed through qualifying, 10 wins in 10, highest scorers. Nil-nil in both games. De Bruyne. Denial.
Oh, that's a bit.
It's a foul by Trossard on
Free kick to Finland. About 17 minutes played. Finland 0, Belgium 0, Russia 0, Denmark 0.
Is it again in that midfield area?
So guys, put your questions in the chat if you
7
are
points,
watching the
Russia
stream,
4 and Denmark just the
so
one.
you guys can get a shout out.
Here's Sparv.
Here comes Finland. They put the ball in the
They're in
box.
with the cross all the way through. Rattler will keep it in.
Not quite the quality on that ball in to the box. Urin in.
The coach of Finland, a former teacher by trade.
Hello, Camille, how are you?
Part of the squad when Roy Hodgson was manager, and involved in the Finnish FA since 2004. Took them to the under-21 finals in 2009 when they lost all 3 games, including a defeat against England. Lee Catamon and Michael Richards scoring that day.
So, how are you, Camille? Hope you were long time no see. Hope you're doing well.
Yuri plays out from the back.
It's Finland 0, Belgium 0, Russia 0, Denmark 0. So far I've got, so you guys know I've got Finland versus Belgium game, which you can hear that's on my TV, and the Denmark versus Russia game, which is on my phone. To keep an eye on both games, so hopefully
Certainly put them in the mix for one of the best 3rd place sides, and if we're saying Russia are beaten, they'll go through as 2nd place with 4.
I'm doing well, just trying, just enjoying doing all these watch-alongs with you guys, and then when the Premier League season gets back on the way, I'll be doing that as well. But before that, I will be doing the UEFA Super Cup between Chelsea and Villarreal.
Trossard. Boyata.
So, guys, put a question in the chat. I'm happy to answer anything you like to ask me. It's Belgium 0, Finland 0, Russia 0, Denmark 0.
Hazard. Cruelly hit by injuries at Real Madrid. Broke his ankle twice in his first season. I've got some muscle injuries this season. Missed 23 games and all.
You're just waiting, Jonathan, you're waiting for him just to flick a switch, as we know what talent he's got.
Judgment in there by Yuri.
I expect Belgium to win this. I expect Belgium to win their game. The Russia-Denmark game,
years ago.
that one's going to be hard to call who's going to win that game. Oh, Lukaku. Get up, man.
He just left the foot in on the challenge. Caught Spav.
If you guys like the stream, hit the thumbs up button. Don't forget to like, subscribe, the bell notification, get to post as well.
Steps on him. It's happening a lot in this World Cup.
If you're a Southampton fan, you might remember Tim Spav's name. He was at your club for a little while. He was in the same youth side as Lallana, I think. And that's age group anyway. They reached the Youth Cup final. Didn't make a first team appearance.
So guys, put a question in the chat. Anything. If you want to ask me anything to do with the channel, YouTube, content, anything, I am happy to answer anything within reason.
Given away. Lukaku.
Oh, Lukaku. Oh, Lukaku. Oh, Lukaku. Oh, yeah.
The ball ricocheted back to Hradetsky in that finish goal.
Well, Hazard applauds him. Again, it's a mistake. And when he travels, this is awesome, his pace. He just skips past the defender like he's not there. I wondered if he'd go on his own, but Hazard was the ball.
Unlucky there for Belgium.
You feel at times he's better when he's greedy. He goes alone.
Hazard on the ball for Belgium.
Away from Toivio. Puts in the box and Spav is there again to get it away.
It's going to be a difficult game for Belgium today.
Both in their 30s, as is Yuri. That's the fourth oldest squad here, Finland. Witsel. Temperature in the stadium at kickoff, just under 30 degrees Celsius. Humid night. It's been dry all day, but an electric storm is due later.
So, hopefully...
Let's hope there's a storm on the pitch, Jonathan.
Still 0-0 between Denmark and Russia, and Finland and Belgium. Both games are 0-0.
Seen a lot of the ball earlier on, isn't he?
Here comes Belgium. De Bruyne! Give it De Bruyne! Oh, I thought it was going to be something special was about to happen there, but unfortunately nothing really untoward happened.
Nearing the midway mark in the first half, 0-0. Belgium beginning to put the pressure.
Axel Witsel with the shot, straight at the Finnish keeper, Hradetsky in the Finnish goal.
How does he find these gaps? Look at him. He just finds a way through.
Kevin De Bruyne says that's all player that can run into any challenge.
Comes off the goalkeeper's head. It was goal bound, I think.
Witsel's effort, the 17th they've had in these finals, 9 on target.
So, how is everyone? Everyone enjoying the stream? Let me know in the chat.
Paulo's goal on that emotional night in Copenhagen, and their first ever goal in major finals, will never be forgotten. Toivio.
If anybody dislikes the stream, come on the stream and tell me why you dislike the stream.
Hradetsky hits long through and Paulo will chase. And is that the first touch of the ball for Thibaut Courtois?
Almost. I think that's a ball that they can think about though, Finland, one over the top. Both strikers are quick.
Good to see Poyan Palo playing at this level. He's a fine player and cruelly hit by injuries. On loan out at Union Berlin this season. Here's Chadley. Donning the cross. Ranslow went to ground. Hazard. Good combination
So
between
Finland
De Bruyne, Chadley.
are under a lot of pressure right now. Belgium are giving it their all.
Down to Chadley. Marlon is there.
It's difficult to pick up Hazard, and Chadley creates that width, creates the canvas. And then Hazard just comes off to feet nicely. It's difficult to play against.
Boyata just crossing again, so Denier goes back to the right.
Could even mile out.
In the middle.
Is there nothing wrong with me wearing this? It's just
Celtic and
from my
Jason
shirt
Denier.
collection.
Jeremy Doku. Nice blistering pace, but Urunen stayed there with him.
Good defending. He's really impressed me. It's the first time
Still
I've seen him
Belgium 0, Finland 0, Russia 0, Denmark 0.
play when needed.
A fair few Belgian supporters applauded that because he's been at Genk now for 5 years, very popular there. He was out at the end of the season actually with the COVID. It's the one appearance since February. Another one of these fitness stories we're seeing all the way through these championships. Players coming back from COVID or long injuries. Players who wouldn't have been available perhaps last summer, who are playing here, youngsters who certainly would have been available last summer, emerging. Doku.
Oh, Lukaku stay on side.
What's happened here?
Not a lot, I would say.
Offside against Lukaku, or did he give it for the foul?
It's a bit of both. The referee seemed to make that decision.
Guys, put your questions in the chat. If you want to ask for anything to do with the content, YouTube, anything as a whole, I'm happy to answer anything you guys want to throw at me.
Energy levels, you're just waiting for an opportunity for one ball over the top. Scored lots of goals in qualification.
10 in 10. Fifth highest scorer in all. Camera.
Here comes Finland.
Looking for Urunen. And he got there late and fouled at Leandro Trossard.
So far, it is 0-0 in both games between Russia and Denmark and Finland and Belgium.
18 games, they have that flourish that took them well clear of danger in the end. What do you make of him?
Do you see, well, I'm just going to ask you, do you see him? I know you're a Brighton fan. Do you see him as a wing back? I'm not sure I do.
I got the wrong club for me there, but anyway, it's cleared away by Belgium. Legions of people in the West Country, my family will be up in arms against you, MK, for that.
Well, it's your adopted home.
It is.
I assumed it was your club.
Oh, wow. One never knows. O'Shaughnessy comes from Galway, but and he's played in England as well. He was at Brentford for a little while, and Braintree and Cheltenham. Finland very much his home. De Bruyne with the cross in all the way through.
I think Hazard has gone a little bit more central. I like him in that role.
Lurch. Really impressed Martin in that first game you see, Robin Lurch.
He tries to get to the front, as you can see now. When they get good possession, the back of the team are not in any kind of rush to get forward. They do get bodies forward, but they don't play the ball forward early enough, Finland. There's one now.
Away by Boyata. Witzel.
So it's still 0-0 in both games, folks.
And Chadley. He's just football out at Besiktas here these days. Saw him in Europe this season, didn't we? Scored that terrific goal, counter-attacking goal against Japan in the World Cup of 2018. That's a Chadley.
So it's Belgium 0, Denmark 0. No, Finland 0, Belgium 0, and Denmark 0, Russia 0.
to see the combination of a
Guys, hit the like button. We want to get more likes and dislikes in this game. I think I've got a bot for this, for my streams. I always seem to get bots in my streams recently,
Never made it to a major tournament before.
where people will just dislike the video, and then when it comes to coming as a normal video, the dislikes are not there.
A few years back now, Finland women. Then Camera was at Martin's old club, but Arsenal for a little while, and went to Southend and Colchester up to Scotland. A terrific campaign he's had for Rangers. And Premier League teams are looking at him now.
So guys, hit the like button if you guys like the stream. And also,
Good header away by Boyata.
guys, subscribe to the channel if you are new.
Chadley.
Be nice to have some more subscribers to the channel.
Reluctant Chadley to really run at his opponent. Keeps coming back inside.
Trossard. Top up with explosive goals. 0-0 here, 0-0 in Copenhagen. The significant thing is that Kutriashov has been booked for Russia. Could go down, as we were saying earlier, to penalty points as to who qualifies in the lower positions. Need a certain scenario of results for that to happen. Chadley. Camera's there to get it away. Fuki, very deep, good in possession. Witsel. Back heel. Trossard was involved.
Belgium nearly scored. Guys.
They defended that well again, Finland, to stay nice and compacted, particularly in the middle of the pitch.
Baku's won it back fair and square, says Felix Bruch. Trossard. Looking for Lukaku. Back it comes to Witsel. Poor effort.
Well, he's been out for a real long time. That Achilles injury, that's miles off that finish. We might put the laces through that one.
I don't think I've done anything wrong in this. Guys, I think the reason why I'm getting all like these dislikes and everything when I do these streams is because I'm not showing the game. I bet you it's because, oh, he's not showing the game, I want to watch the game.
Into double figures as an international scorer from midfield.
I think it's ideal for Martinez to get
Which I
Witsel
think
back outside of
is a
the
bit
penalty.
annoying to dislike a stream just because it's not showing it.
In the competition, get them involved, get some fitness.
I'm going to say this
Also
one,
suits Finland,
I
by
would
the
say
Very popular
Belgium
here,
for
Witsel.
Belgium,
In the league with Zenit
just
St.
because
Petersburg.
I'm doing fantasy football and stuff like that, and I've got Belgium in my fantasy,
Boyata.
3 players from Belgium in my fantasy team, so
Manchester City youth team back in the day.
I've got Belgium in this.
Hazard. Jeremy Doku. Denial.
So now we just need to help Belgium get a goal because it helps my fantasy team massively. Because the point, especially if Lukaku gets involved and gets an assist or gets a goal, is the points double with Lukaku because he's my captain of my fantasy team.
With all 10 outfield players behind the ball there. Trossard.
Ah! Belgium had a shot just wide of the goal, nearly 1-0 Belgium, still 0-0 in both games.
Can't keep the shot down. Showing some confidence.
Leading with 5 goals this campaign for the Seagulls. De Bruyne. Lukaku's there with him.
Oh!
Blocked by Paolo Sarajuri.
Belgium has still got the ball, about 34 minutes played.
And Yuri's picked himself up. Witzel. Shadley. Edge ball on there by Doku and cleared away.
This is what they enjoy, Finland defending nice and compact.
What about Russia?
The end
Russia,
space in
Denmark. I would say Denmark for that one because I don't expect to see Russia
there.
winning
Yuri's
that
gone
game.
down.
I'll,
No
just-
wonder.
I'll go with Denmark for the Russia Denmark game. I think Russia might get something, but I think Denmark might be a little bit too much with the crowd backing them.
Against Denmark in the opener, only conceded the one on this ground against Russia the other night. Temperatures sufficient for the players to have a little drink break. The treatment's continuing. Must have been a late decision because I don't think it was pre-planned.
This is De Bruyne at his best, wriggling his way through. Lucky deflection there, just managed to clear it between the centre half.
England can qualify, but we just need to win against Czech Republic. But we won't have Mason Mount, we won't have Ben Chilwell. I mean, they're isolated due to COVID issues. Jude's been in contact with Billy Gilmore of Scotland, who tested positive, so they're isolated, so we might not have Mason Mount and Chilwell in tomorrow's game.
That's the form team coming into this, unbeaten in 11, 9 wins in that time, 3 blanks in their last 4 in comparison to Finland.
It's almost a training game for Belgium.
That is true. Belgium just do training games like it means absolutely nothing. Hello, Eurofan. Eurofan, how you doing?
Yuri gets it away. He's the man who marshals them back there.
I don't know.
The right-hand side.
Because
Different shape
like,
for Belgium.
people would back me. I've done nothing wrong to deserve it, but I always seem to get dislikes a lot for Eurofan for not showing the actual game when I can't show the game, and I think you should not dislike someone because they can't show a game because they legally can't. Because if I were to show any footage of this game or any game in general, stream could get taken down immediately, and I get disliked because of people want me to show them the game, so they dislike my streams a lot of the time because I can't, because they want me to show them the game, but I can't because of copyright rule. The copyright rule on YouTube is that I won't be able, you can have like the commentary and everything. You can have commentary, all that stuff, but you just cannot have the footage. And that's what I'm doing. But if you guys like the stream with the thumbs up button, hit the like and subscribe as well. Hit the bell notification. And also, don't forget to also hit post as well so you get notified when I do these in the future. Because I will be doing one tomorrow.
Russia and Finland finished level, by the way, on 4 points. Russia have the advantage because they beat Finland. Kevin De Bruyne.
So far, 0-0 between Finland and Belgium and Russia versus Denmark.
Clears it away.
Spav gets across there nicely because that's going into Lukaku's feet. You don't want that if you're a finished
So, 38 minutes played, and the game has had a lot of chances from Belgium, very little from Finland.
Heading for Sevilla to play a third-place team.
So, be interesting. Oh, it's a goal!
Trossard.
It's a goal, folks! Denmark have just scored.
Boyata to leave Manchester City because they couldn't get first first team opportunities. Doku.
We've just had a goal, folks,
Better in towards Lukaku.
in one of the games. And Denmark are the first team to score. And what a finish out of nowhere. A goal has come out of nothing for Denmark.
Out there by Poyan Parlo, but it was all poorly played really by Lord. Played Sparv into trouble.
And it is.
Play on.
I have no idea who this player is, but it is 1-0 Denmark.
You might have heard belatedly there was a foul by Lukaku on Arayuri.
Well, it's a great challenge from him. It's an important challenge.
So that might have just thrown the group, this group B, wide open.
He gets a foot in the way of that. Really good defending, marking in the box, touch tight.
Shaughnessy plays for HJK in Helsinki at the moment. Has done well there, but he's only 26. And I think he's the player with a very long throw, and I think there'll be teams in England watching it. Didn't play a first team game for Brentford.
5 minutes to go to half time.
And you're on today, by the way. The Netherlands beat North Macedonia 3-0. Looked very good for it as well. Depay and 2 more for Ronaldo. And Austria clinched qualification as well with a 1-0 win.
Is someone nicked my name or something?
Got that one.
Or is there someone else with the same name? Because I'm really confused.
3 points will be enough to get Ukraine through as a best third place team.
Hello.
Through Italy, Wales, and Netherlands.
How are
and
you?
Austria. We know that Belgium were through before today.
Have you got the same name as me or something? 'Cause that's my name as well. It's a bit weird, ain't it? Ain't it weird that someone comes on the stream with us, comes on the chat with exactly the same name? It is weird.
I'll get it away.
It's broken down there too easily. Finland then said their manager was a maths teacher. He's got the numbers in the final third there, but no one willing enough to put the ball in. I think they're quite comfortable with things.
That is my name, Pradeep. Yeah, it's just, it's very weird how someone's come onto the stream now and it ends up having the exact same name as me. It's weird. It is weird. I don't really let people know about what my name is, but it's happened to happen because someone's on here with exactly the same name as me. So.
Wonderful save, gets down really low to his left-hand side, places it into that corner. Excellent save from the keeper.
My head shape is not weird. It is Poland, it is Finland 0, Belgium 0, and Denmark 1, Russia 0. Corner to Belgium.
Cards away and met by Arayuri again.
I will say this now, my head shape is not weird.
Chadley. De Bruyne. Look, but not really away. The danger is
Belgium are on the ball at the moment. Something has got to happen soon for Belgium. They've had so much of the ball and nothing's been rewarded for it yet.
Doku with the ball into the box.
And it's broken down this time, but definitely looks much better on this left side. Doku, better picture. Seems much happier coming onto his right foot when he steps inside.
Guys,
as it stands with this 0-0.
Hopefully you guys are enjoying the stream. The ones who like this stream.
The who go through, Denmark would have to hope that 3 points would send them through as one of the best third place teams. That's unlikely, I think.
Away goes Belgium. Corner.
Just run away
Goal
from it.
kick
He thinks
to
it's a corner.
goal kick to Finland.
From that picture, it came off him last.
This is the shot, really comes onto it well. The keeper sees that reasonably late. It's down really well.
So hopefully you guys are enjoying the stream.
A couple of really good moments for them in the half. That one and the Kevin De Bruyne run.
De Bruyne, yeah, picking out Lukaku. I think they're more than happy with this at the moment, Finland.
Good save that by the Finnish sports personality of the year. He was improved as an international
So
goalkeeper
guys,
under-
put in the chat if you guys are enjoying the stream.
Boyata. Back to him. Captain of Hertha Berlin this season. Boyata. It's out for a long, long while.
So, thank you very much, buddy. You are doing good. Keep growing. That is what we do on this channel. We try.
I think it's difficult for Belgium with all these.
We try and keep the best to our abilities and try and do the best of what we can.
Very little space.
Lukaku.
Go on! Oh! Oh!
Comfortably holding his leg now.
Oh!
He seemed to have a clear view of it. The challenge challenged by Daniel O'Shaughnessy.
Oh!
Stoppage time.
Oh!
Hand of the legs there, Martin.
That could have been debatable.
Hard from that angle to see. He just puts the brakes on, doesn't he? Invites the challenge. O'Shaughnessy's trying to slow up. I think he's looking for that.
So it is Denmark 1, Russia 0, and Belgium 0, Finland 0.
He's had a lot of ankle trouble, so let's sincerely hope he hasn't got a problem here.
A grimace on the face of Eden Hazard. A perplexed look on the face of his international manager, Roberto Martinez.
What's your target for this year? My target for this year is just to get to 1 mil, but I don't think. Guys, hello, Jan Winger fan. How are you doing on this fine Monday evening?
Hasn't seen anything of all Timo Pukki. We haven't seen any goals. Couple of efforts so far from Belgium, who've been the dominant side, as we expected, with 61% of possession. But once more, Finland have shown how obdurate they are, how defensively disciplined they are, and as it stands at the moment,
Half time, Belgium 0, Russia 0, Belgium 0, Finland 0, and Russia 0, Denmark 1.
Yeah, the Belgian players walk off, dominating possession, of course, and chances. But
So,
yet to
guys,
score a
I'm gonna
goal.
pop off for 5
And
minutes.
his goal is a half-time.
You guys,
Great game, Gary. I
You
think
guys,
give credit to Finland, the way they
get your
did
questions
it.
ready. I'll answer when I get back. I just gotta pop off for 5 minutes. I'll see you guys in a little bit.
5 or 6 minutes of the half when Hazard and Doku sort of switched side, and then Doku got a little bit more joy down that side. But I think everything's been a little bit slow from Belgium. 1 or 2 bits of quality from De Bruyne as you'd expect, but Hazard's been a disappointment. He's not really gone past anyone. He's been
played that much
quite
football,
content
has he?
to pass it instead of going past someone. So I think they'll step up the pace in the second half.
Finland will be delighted, though. They're in with a chance.
It's a game plan, and I worked out so far. I mean, they're holding their ground. What I really like from them is once they have the ball, which is rare because it's quite dominant, but then they try to stretch them. Really, they try to make it wide and expose them as much as they can, and I think they will be united to run also.
And Denmark leading on as well, as we'll see that shortly. But the old Belgium, they're trying to find a way through. They've not really had too many clear-cut chances.
No, they haven't. They've created bits and pieces, mainly through Kevin De Bruyne, who we highlighted before, and I think he's the obvious person who's the creator it goes through. But they're a team who's a little bit stuck between one that's qualified and one that still wants to continue and maintain momentum. So it's a difficult situation to be in, but he's made 8 changes, so you're going to obviously be a come down in quality and consistency in performance, I'm sure.
Yeah, some of the big players are still on the pitch, though. The best chance, well, probably the closest they came to scoring went to Doku, didn't it? Great save from Gretzky.
Yeah, very good save. That's when they switched. As I said, he got more joy going down the left hand side than he did down the right hand side. He gets it 1v1, and on the rare occasion they were positive, and he checks back and gets his shot away, and it's a very, very good save.
Yeah, great.
It's looking for that far corner, isn't it? Good save. That's the closest it's been, hasn't it?
What do you make of Doku, Rio? He's kind of one of these. He's been busy. He's rapid, isn't he? He's very young. He's only just turned 19.
Yeah, he's only a kid, and I think there's a lot of growth in him. I think he's obviously very, very direct when he gets the ball. He's quick. You can see he's got a trick in him, and I think you'll see in time he'll develop into a real good player, I feel.
Unsurprisingly, perhaps, Jurgen, the two that look like perhaps opening anybody up, it will be Lukaku and De Bruyne.
Yeah, but the link-up was rare.
Yeah.
There was some moments, but obviously if they connect, then it's a whole different game. But in this one so far, it was difficult. Here he's trying to find him right away with first touch. This is a great ball.
Just offside.
Yeah, just like slightly offside. De Bruyne always has him in his mind. I mean, he always looks for him. Whatever he's doing, I think one eye goes to Lukaku, and the other one continues his run. This is a great run by him, and a bit lucky it could have been an own goal in that moment.
But you see, once the ball does get to De Bruyne, the one thing that Lukaku does immediately is he knows to be on the move, because he knows that's the man who can actually find him with that bit of quality, and that's intelligence, and that's time playing together. They spend a lot of game together.
Yeah.
And here, this is Doku in the end there. He's right in the midriff. But this is what we love about De Bruyne. He's a prober. He gets these situations, and the movement again we spoke about from Lukaku. And I was asking you guys there, would you bring that down? Is he disappointed with that? But there's a lot
to do. It's a difficult skill, isn't it? I'm not sure there was enough pace on the ball. It wasn't an easy opportunity, but there's no surprise that it's those two. And I think if they can just step up the pace a little bit, then there's certainly goals in there for them.
Think they'll wear them down eventually?
I think so, yeah. Maybe in minute 70, 75, they gotta get tired. I mean, they're chasing them all over the place, but they're doing a good job so far.
They certainly are.
Yeah.
Let's bring you the highlights from the first half of Russia versus Denmark. This is the other match in Group B, and it's live over on BBC Two. Commentary from Danny Murphy and Guy Mowbray.
Might be something on for them here. There really might be something on. It's a super run from Golovin. Schmeichel keeps him out. Mario Fernandes just caught it at the wrong time.
Good run, wasn't it? Good feet. Just to finish, let him down a little bit.
Hobia. Damsgaard. Good effort. What a goal! What an ice! Denmark's boy wonder has got himself in the game and given his country the lead with a stroke of beauty.
What a goal that was from Damsgaard. As it stands, Finland will join Belgium in the last 16, with the Belgians topping the group. Denmark's lead means they're on course to finish third, so they would have to wait and see if their total of 3 points takes them through. Russia are heading home at the moment, but that of course could change very quickly. Let's get more on the story involving the Scotland and England squads this evening. Scotland's midfielder Billy Gilmour has unfortunately tested positive for COVID, and he's out of tomorrow's match with Croatia. England's Mason Mount and Ben Chilwell are also self-isolating after what's described as interaction with Billy Gilmour at Friday's match. England have been training at Tottenham's training centre, and Kelly Summers was there today. Kelly, did this news about Chilwell and Mount come as any kind of surprise?
To be honest, Gary, yes it did, because as you mentioned, they are training nearby to where we are at the moment at Spurs' training base, and all 26 of Gareth Southgate's squad were out there this morning. That does include Mason Mount and Ben Chilwell. And as you mentioned there, the FA released a statement at around 6 p.m. this evening saying that the duo had gone into isolation, but you use those words, and it's very interesting that the FA described it as precautionary and interaction that took place between Billy Gilmour and his two Chelsea teammates. Now, the FA are currently in conversations with Public Health England, and we're told that the reason for that is because you may have seen the scenes at full time of the trio talking, embracing. We believe those scenes continued into the tunnels. They're currently trying to determine whether this falls into the close contact category, and if it does, of course, the pair will then have to isolate for the mandatory 10 days. It should also be added that 48 hours before kick-off, UEFA do require that all players and staff are tested. So the England players and staff were all tested yesterday and they all returned negative tests. And today as well, they've done lateral flow tests off their own back and they were all negative as well. Of course, this is all far from ideal preparation for Gareth Southgate and his side, who have a huge game tomorrow night against the Czech Republic. He's been speaking about the situation in the past couple of hours.
We had worked with the players this morning on the training pitch, so of course then you find out as you finish that this is the situation. So I can't say it isn't disruptive, of course. We don't really know at this point whether they might be okay for tomorrow or they could be out for 10 days. We hadn't confirmed the team yet, and we'll wait until the morning when we're really clear on the final situation on the two boys as to where we stand, really.
I was just wondering if you can talk through why it was just Mount and Chilwell that needed to self-isolate rather than anyone who came into contact with Billy Gilmore.
Yeah, I don't know all of the factors behind that, but it clearly it's nothing to do with being on the pitch. So that's why there's no issue around teams training, for example. You know, going back to when Premier League restarted, training was shown to be and matches were shown to be a situation where there weren't contacts for long enough for that to be a risk. So yeah, as I say, we're just waiting to hear more information really at this moment in time.
Yeah, we're exactly the same, and if we hear any further information on that, of course, we'll let you know. But I want to talk about England and their approach more than anything else. Everyone's asking, you know, who would you play, who would they play? But is it not really about personnel, is it? It's about attitude and mentality now.
Yeah, completely. I think we've all been asked, like, who would you play out wide in the wide areas, because that's where we've got probably strongest amount of depth. I really think it's past that. I think it's tactically the way we set our team up. But also the mentality of the team and making sure that mentality is about pushing on and dominating games and trying to create stuff. I mean, you can look at Harry Kane. He hasn't become a bad player overnight. And people are saying, do you drop him? Do you take him out of the firing line? No chance. This guy, I mean, when you look at the way the teams play, you look at the stats. He has double the chances in the Premier League in games than what he's had in these two games in the Euros. He's had 0 shots on target in 2 games. That doesn't tell me that Harry Kane's a bad player. It tells me that the system is not allowing him to flourish.
Yeah. Sometimes teams are perhaps a reflection of the coach's personality. I mean, Gareth naturally as a defender, he's perhaps cautious. Is it time to give them their wings and push them on? Yeah, do you think?
No, it's true. I mean, in a certain way, you become a kind of a reflection of the manager that runs the show and has the overall responsibility. But a tournament, first and foremost, and we lived that in '96, is about excitement. It's something you're looking forward to for 2 years as a national team player. That's a highlight. European Championship, World Cup. That's what you time it at. And when this day comes and you go into preparation for the tournament, and then obviously you start the tournament, it's a highly emotional story. And so you want to drive the energy, you want to keep the energy up, but you got to think always positive, and you have to basically send out your team based on your strengths. And when I see that English squad, the strength of that English squad is the attack. Is going forward. I mean, these youngsters, you gotta like they're Mustangs. You gotta let them go. And yeah, that's what I hope for. I mean, and Harry Kane will score, and he will get into that tournament. And you know how it is. We know it. You score your first goal, you almost know it.
I don't know that feeling.
And then you're ready to rock it. But it's an emotional issue, and I hope that they believe in that, because they started well with the Croatia game.
Is it a matter of attitude now, Alan?
Well, what I would say is, Gary,
guys,
we did the first game against Croatia. We're at Wembley. We're all saying how well they played.
I am now here looking forward to the second half between Denmark, between Finland and Belgium.
That we perhaps said the improvement could have been was creating chances, and then you go into the Scotland game and it's a poor performance.
How is everyone?
Scotland,
let me know in the chat if you guys are enjoying the stream. Let me know. Subscribe to the channel if you are new.
That can change, and I'm sure that is going to change, and I'm sure you'll see a much more positive attitude in the game tomorrow. I'm sure you'll also see one or two changes in that team, and to try and get them on the front foot again, because the number of times over the last 6 months we've spoke about the exciting talent that England have in all sorts of positions going forward, left, right, in the 10 position, and of course with our centre forward. And you have to get those players involved in the game, and you have to start playing forwards. The first thought, the one thing that was hugely disappointing against Scotland was the number of times we got the ball and went sideways or backwards instead of looking
If
forward.
you guys are going to be like that, you will be timed out.
If you. But at the same time, when you look at the system, we played against a Scotland team with 2 sitting midfielders and then 2 fullbacks who didn't go
what have
forward.
I done wrong to deserve this? I have deserved it. I've not done anything wrong to
forward,
deserve this.
so you can get bodies up the pitch and
the thing is, I suppose, Rio,
It's
also,
just getting
if you go,
ridiculous. It's getting to the point
you're
of
in a tournament, as Jurgen says, excite
people are just doing it just to wind people up.
You can't go
Or it
completely
could be I could have a
gung-ho.
goal or
You've got to play
something.
to your own strength.
I completely agree. And listen, it is not all doom and gloom. It's just a bad performance. And I think that's the thing that disappoints people, is that after a positive start, a promising start, the performance was very disappointing. They've got a chance now to change that against the Czechs, and we feel that they'll do that.
But
guys,
the performance comes also
I
from
don't think
everyone
I've done
around.
anything
I mean,
wrong.
The positivity is the nation behind you, the media, the friends, whoever communicates with you. Social media plays a big role today in the life of these young players. So you got to feed off each other. And if you believe in what actually can happen this summer, if you win the group, and I'm pretty convinced you're going to win the group, you play 6 out of 7 games at Wembley. This is your European Championship. Holy moly. So I think you've got to take that.
Time to believe, time to be brave.
I would say so.
Time to conquer, possibly. We've got highlights of both England versus the Czech Republic and Scotland, Croatia tomorrow night from 10:40. There's a cracking evening of football for you on Wednesday as Group F reaches its climax. Portugal against France is our match on BBC One. While Jurgen will be one of our guests for Germany against Hungary, that's live on BBC Two. More live football from the Copa America over on iPlayer tonight with Uruguay versus Chile, and 5 live Daily Euros podcast.
Yeah, we got one guy on here's gone, what? I have done nothing wrong.
We don't have to
But
agree on everything.
Who is the best team
Whether it was in,
or out?
Who's right?
And who's wrong?
that's sport.
Guys,
Why we love it.
But there are
tell
some
me in the
who don't
chat,
survive.
what have I done wrong to deserve this? I have done nothing wrong. Why is this all happening?
If we
Is
see
it because I'm
in our
not showing you the game? Is it
social
because I have done this, I have done that, I have done this, I have done that? Tell me, what have I done to deserve this?
But we do share
this commitment. When we're on the same team,
hate,
won't.
win.
Let me know in the chat, guys, what have I done to deserve all this? The second half is
a
about to get underway between Belgium and Finland.
They'll dominate possession again. I think it's only a matter of time before Finland tire. They created 1 or 2 chances in the first half, not enough. I think they'll create more in the second half by moving the ball a lot quicker.
But the prize
Here
at
we
the end
go.
for Finland,
Belgium
if they
are
can
on their
hang
way
there,
out.
is huge.
Yeah, I mean, they're dreaming of that a long time.
And so are Finland, ready for the second half between Belgium and Finland. Are we going to get a goal in the second half? I do not know.
Listen, it's about getting minutes into that man there. Hazard, one of their most creative players. Witzel, De Bruyne getting more minutes.
Well, we need to get going. We need the second half to be a good game, and hopefully it'll be a good game.
Okay, let's rejoin Martin Keown and Jonathan Pearce.
Thanks very much, Gary. We're almost ready to go at the start of the second half. Finland became a FIFA nation in 1904. They played their first international in 2011. They've waited all these years for a major finals, and they're 45 minutes away as it stands from a place in the knockout stages. Denmark's victory,
Right.
if it stays 1-0 to Russia, won't be enough.
Guys, if there's any of you in the chat which are a mod, let people know in the chat that I can't show them the game due to copyright reasons. I can't show the game due to copyright reasons. If you go and dislike the stream because I can't show the game, then you guys are just sad people, because I haven't got the license to show the game.
It certainly was. I wondered there for a moment, was Pukki in on goal? We talked about that. They've got 2 strikers. As much as they want to
Finland are on the ball at the moment. We've just kicked off, played about a minute.
A good opportunity for Finland to get in front. Of course, we think Belgium will suddenly go through the gears, and as the guys said, it's a great opportunity now. It's almost like a training match or better practice to get these players who've been out for a little while, just put them through the gears for later on in the tournament.
And that by Arayuri.
So Belgium 0,
Timo Pukki.
Finland 0,
Out there with him.
46 minutes played.
This is blocked by Witsel. Not enough white shirts in that penalty area there for Finland as they came forward. They won't be over ambitious. A cautious football team by nature under this coach, but very disciplined. That's away by Boyata. By the way, if Denmark beat Russia by 2 goals or more and Finland lose, then Denmark will go through in second place. Finland will finish on 3 points. I don't think that's going to be enough to go through as one of the best third place teams. I think you're going to need 4 points.
No, right. Google officers, I cannot show it. YouTube have a policy against copyright.
This will land around
And I don't have the copyright. I don't have the copyrights. And the laws to be able to show the game because I've not got the rights. So to BBC and ITV, not to me.
Jeremy Docker and Lukaku to his right hand side. Not a very good ball. He had to hold the run. Plays it back into the box. De Bruyne. Trossard.
Oh.
Into the middle. And it was met in there by Toivier.
Corner to Belgium.
For a corner ball.
Good play from Belgium. Desperate Finland to get back
Corner
into
to Belgium.
position to block
About
this one.
48 minutes played. 0-0.
Anywhere will do. Needs to block the cross.
Second corner.
No.
Is up.
I'm not doing it, Google officers. I'm not doing it. I'm not risking it. I am not risking this stream getting taken down and me getting a copyright strike so that you guys can watch the game.
So Charlie got there in front of Timo Pukki.
I'm doing it like this because it's the only way I'm able to do it due to the copyright restrictions YouTube have. Guys,
as well, I think, Martin.
Well, as we said in the first half, I don't think
any of my mods, put down in the chat. I cannot show the game due to copyright reasons.
And conserving energy till he gets that opportunity to run over the top.
Into the box and away by O'Shaughnessy. One more goal, by the way, for Timo Pukki, making Finland's all-time leading scorer. O'Shaughnessy's had a good tournament. Brother Patrick's a player as well. Or was, not too sure whether he's still playing. He's for Marlon. Shadley.
Here comes Denmark. Here comes Belgium. Unlucky. Unlucky Belgium. Unlucky.
Shadley tonight steps inside. Needs to pick someone out. I know on his favoured foot. Could have rolled that into the front man.
2 more chances for Belgium's golden generation really to strike gold now. Don't forget, people are saying they've got Asian players, 1 or 2 Asian players, but the next World Cup is what, 17 months away, something like that. It's around the corner really.
Wow. Right.
It's a
Right. If you're gonna be like that, you get that. Then
Group of players to win something now.
Then you don't deserve.
Third in the World Cup.
ranked number 1 on the planet since September 2018.
Belgium are on the ball, 15 minutes to go. Oh, 15 minutes played. 15 minutes have been played. Belgium 0, Finland 0. Ah.
Hit it well enough, but he was leaning off it, and away it went from a man who's only ever scored 1 international goal.
He just got tempted into hitting that. He might have been better going to Trossard, and maybe to pull it back. Should take a look at a leaf out of De Bruyne's book, who's very, very collective.
Guys,
goal. Think of that goal he sets up.
put down in the chat anything you want to put down. I'm happy to hear anything. Hello, Janta. Get in. A Hearts fan is on the chat. Get in.
Belgium have had 8 attempts on goal, 3 on target. Pukki. On camera. And Timu Pukki. Bitzel got the challenge and Doku will bring it away.
Here comes Belgium. Belgium are breaking. Breaking. Belgium are breaking.
De Bruyne arriving in support. Here's Bitzel. Shatley. Hands up. Now he's allowed to turn and look up. De Bruyne. Lukaku. Sort of set up that Kevin De Bruyne loves. Spa got there. But they can't hold it up, and Belgium will come back at them now.
Belgium are on the prowl.
And the Finnish legs will start to burn with pain and fatigue.
Just got to stay close to each other, keep concentrating, keep that distance between the midfield and the back line, a short one.
So, you called yourself Jam Tarts and you're a Hibs fan. Are you... Have you literally just done that just to annoy me? Or have you done that just to wind people up?
Just evades Lukaku, just too much on it.
So, are you a Hibs fan? If you're a Hibs fan, you wouldn't have put Jam Tart as your name. If you're a Hearts fan, you would have put that.
Back in their defending again was Toivio Spa.
So be careful what you put.
The three centre backs have been terrific.
Because I don't find that funny.
Each time you've got to win that ball, deny the flick on.
Go on. Ah, Belgium have had a shot just wide.
And Hazard drives wide.
Unlucky.
Never look really like hitting the target there.
Unlucky Belgium.
Stays like this. Belgium go through as group winners with 7 points. Finland will be in second place with 4. Denmark and Russia will go out of the competition. Denmark leading Russia by a goal to 0.
Also, they get in. Get in. That's good. That's good because you shouldn't be joking like that.
Show good pace there, camera. You're talking about Premier League teams taking a look. I'm sure Steven Gerrard doesn't want to hear that. One of his outstanding performers this season.
It's all building up.
So basically you're telling me what to do when it's my stream. You say take it down. I don't have to take it down.
Already has been in the Welsh group and likely to be in Group E and Group F as well. That big France, Germany, Portugal group.
Finland are on the ball at the moment.
Ullinen.
I think that's important there. Poyan Palo linking up well. Good target.
What do you mean how?
Trossard.
You're not making any sense.
He's out on this right hand side, Doku, and I thought he had more joy when he
That's a
went to the
ball
left-hand
if he can
side
get
at
to
the
him.
end of the first
Oh,
half.
okay.
He'll do that again shortly. It is Hazard's preferred position, though, you have to say. On the left.
Bitzel. Walking pace, Belgium. It's a very humid night.
Wait, my guy's back. Adam Cavani. I haven't seen a date from this guy in ages.
You can get a boat tour out to this stadium.
Oh!
Bitzel.
Oh! Unlucky.
They try and roll you into a false sense of security, Belgium, and then suddenly they come alive.
So how is everyone? Everyone enjoying the stream? Let me know in the chat.
The goalkeeper. 6 clean sheets from 9 qualification games.
Yeah.
With Radetzky in goal, so it's a good omen for them.
Very strong in qualifying he was. He's now reached 12 saves in this competition.
I'm doing well.
In these finals.
We're doing England versus Czech Republic tomorrow. Live watch on, so that'll be that big a stream
So highly rated
tomorrow.
The the football planet as
But I'll
a
be
coach turns
but I'll be
48
stressed.
2 days after the final. Still think there's a little bit of sort of sneery attitude about him in England, yet he took Wigan to tremendous success.
You could see
Everton less so.
I don't know if you can see on his face there, he enjoys his players, loves his players. Trying to get the best from them, he understands the situation they're in.
So guys, put a question in the chat. I'm happy to answer as many questions as you guys want to put towards me.
Speak to you wherever you are on the planet if you talk football with him. I don't recommend going up to him in the street and having a chat with him, mind you. If he sees you or me coming, Martin, he'll run a mile. Shaughnessy with that long throw. Finland holding on for a 0-0. And a point that would take them through.
Did you hear if England win the group we played France, Portugal, Germany? Yeah, we heard that when the tournament started, if we win that game. But if we were to draw the game, we would end up finishing second, and I would happily take a second place. Because it means we play Spain, Poland, Slovakia, or Sweden. So we have a slightly easier group. So slightly. Denmark have scored again. Another goal for Denmark.
Is it fair to say they're knocking on the door, or is it just again the same story as the first half?
I think they're just doing enough. I think they'll want to win the game.
Denmark are 2-0 up. Didn't thought I'd be seeing that today.
Passing accuracy for Eden Hazard. Belgium have won the final group game at the last 4.
I didn't think I would be. And it's Poulsen who has scored for Denmark.
Has been booked for Denmark. That allowed up to their penalty points, but far more important than that, as Rasmus Schuller replaces Tim Spark here. We got news of a goal in Copenhagen.
And Denmark are 2-0 up.
I'll bring you that in just a second.
And it is Josef Poulsen of Leipzig. Bye-bye Russia, there we go.
0-0 here. We're going to bring you that action from Copenhagen as soon as we can. That's why we're delaying bringing you the news.
The way that goal was given to him was comical at best.
Here's for Marlon.
It's Belgium 0, Finland 0, Russia 0, Denmark 2.
De Bruyne now for Belgium. Approaching the hour. Stalemate. At the moment, it's enough to take both of these through. But things could change dramatically.
Anything can be dramatic. Football's a crazy game.
Chadley. Blocked again by Toivia. White wall at the back for Finland. Difficult to breach.
Belgium are trying. It's a Chadley.
Chadley. Fitz will have to stretch. Hazard.
Well, they've got all 11 players behind the ball. It's quite remarkable. It's up to Belgium to break them down. Are they in the mood to break them down?
Doku. Playing for the foul, didn't get it. De Bruyne couldn't get beyond the 2. Urin again away for Finland.
Oh, it's not a free kick, ref.
Well, how about this? Coming in from Copenhagen. Russia against Denmark. But this is a bad mistake coming up by Roman Zobnin. And Josef Poulsen scores for Denmark in that game after 59 minutes. Denmark 2 to the good. It means if Finland lose this game, then Denmark will be through. Now, wouldn't have told his
I'm
players.
not a Hibs fan.
Put that information out to the players, Martin, would they? Here's camera. Pookie. Paulo. Camera.
Nearly 1-0 Finland there.
Unlucky.
Nearly 1-0
Three
Finland.
players involved. Camera into the channel for Pookie. Belgium Russia involved, just lays it off to camera, and he just can't get enough on that shot.
Here's Lukaku. Chadley.
So it's Belgium 0, Finland 0. If Belgium were to score, that means Denmark would be going through if Belgium score. Denmark will be going through. But as it stands, it's Belgium and Finland who are going through.
Vermaelen coming forward.
Hello, Cammy, how are you?
No movement up front,
No,
Martin.
it's just walking pace. De Bruyne now has just parked himself in that central position. I assume he's going to, when he gets it, do something special. But meanwhile, it's very, very slow.
Here comes
approach play,
Denmark.
to
Oh,
say the least.
That's hard.
nearly 3-0 Denmark there.
And Chadley getting forward. A little bit of space here for Witsel. And then that's
Oh,
good luck blocking.
Belgium nearly went 1-0 up through Eden Hazard.
It really is. They breached the rear guard there, but the goalkeeper is too good for them. Lovely little ball in there, swivels on it, comes onto it, and again that left hand is equal to the shot. Just hits it through the legs. Yuri, he sees it late once more and gets down to it. Really is, Jonathan, that's an outstanding save.
Having a super tournament. Lourdes. Paulo. Don't forget, as we were saying earlier on in the evening, second place in this group will play Wales in Amsterdam. Chadley gets it away.
This is good from Finland. Just keep the ball. Show that little bit of composure. Rest in possession.
Russian nearly had a red card, okay.
Crowd trying to get things going again. Maybe the Russian neutrals in this stadium, well, they don't want Finland to do well, but maybe they've given up on the hopes of their national team.
Here comes Belgium.
De Bruyne.
Lukaku!
In the slot, records at home. The deadlock is broken.
It's a goal.
To the flag. The
It's a goal. Romelu Lukaku.
Lukaku gets his third of the tournament, and Belgium are ahead, and Finland are now in trouble.
There's no shame in this though, Jonathan, because an outstanding quality finish.
Romelu Lukaku has just scored for Belgium. 1-0.
This is what he's playing tonight. Wants to get these goals. He's had to wait over an hour for it. De Bruyne again.
Oh, and who's got the assist? Kevin De Bruyne. Who's on my fantasy teams? I got an assist for Kevin De Bruyne and a goal for Romelu Lukaku, and this point doubled. So I'm going great. I'm going great, guys. Can you get a couple more? Romelu, Hazard, and Kevin De Bruyne.
Lovely finish.
As Romelu Lukaku has scored for Belgium, it's 1-0. It took Belgium 65 minutes to score, and eventually they have.
Has just netted the 42nd goal.
Oh, there's a VAR check.
Or has he? This is a very late goal check.
Very late.
VAR has been used sparingly and used well, but this is the latest call I think we've seen in these finals. When it went through to him, did you have your doubts?
Well, they said the lines were going to be thicker in this competition, so let's see if they're thick enough.
Thick enough?
For Belgium or Finland.
And let's not forget Denmark in the equation too. Struck off.
Wow.
No goal.
Lifeline.
No goal.
That is a huge and important decision. All of a sudden,
No goal. No goal. Lukaku. Offside. I do not see what the offside was in that.
Goal disallowed for offside.
Oh, it's a foul. Russia have a penalty.
I know a lot of you have had a little punt on Lukaku being top scorer in the competition. There was a double with one English bookmaker I saw of Italy winning the competition and Lukaku top scoring at 90-1.
I suppose it was too much to ask for without VAR being somehow involved in this competition.
That's been used well though, hasn't it?
I believe so, for sure. We have to trust it. And I've really had a good look at that.
So as it stands, Belgium have 7, Finland have 4, Denmark and Russia have 3. Russia could be about to get back into the game. In Denmark, though, I'm told they have a penalty. Here's Doku.
Penalty to Russia. Oh my God.
Look at that. Just that foot, there's just that left foot of his is just striding, straight inches offside. Lukaku can't believe it.
Penalty to Russia. Russia have a penalty.
Their phone's messages from back home. I can only imagine the scenes back home, by the way.
Russia have scored.
And they're getting in behind to Pukki.
Russia are back in the game.
Now, let's go to the action in Copenhagen. It's Zuma. And he's scored. And all of a sudden, the penalty by Artem Zhuba adds another twist to this. Russia 1, Denmark 2. And your Poyampalo goes off to be replaced by Yoni Kalko here. Midfield player really is Kalko, who will come on to replace him. And also Nicola Arlo is a fullback, so it's fullback for fullback, though he normally plays on the right-hand side. It's his first action in these finals. Third time Kalko has come off the bench.
There's a clear message there. Just going with one striker now, extra midfield player on. Kalko.
Still 0-0. Lukaku did have the ball in the back of the net for Belgium, but the goal was ruled out for offside.
Belgium will win the group at 0-0. Finland will finish second. Point clear of Denmark and Russia if it stays that way in Copenhagen. Lord. But all of a sudden Finland here, one more. They're on the front foot. Rentala with a cross all the way through to Arlo. Away by Trossard. And a
Free kick to Belgium. 20 minutes to go.
And a foul from Rentala. Was starting this game as a right wing back, now playing on the left with the substitution.
Both games are interesting because literally one goal in this Finland-Belgium game then changes the whole group completely.
Here's Trossard.
Schuler getting back there, protecting his defence.
That's alright. Go Lukaku!
When it come back to Jeremy Doku.
Belgium are on the ball.
Chadley.
Ah.
By Yuri, who's been absolutely sensational.
Well, he just loves heading the ball, doesn't he? Yuri. In every game I've seen him in this competition. Doku's gone much more.
So it's Belgium 0, Finland 0, and Russia 1, Denmark 2. So are we going to get another goal in this game? Are we going to get a first goal in this game?
72 minutes for him and Witsel.
Just overhits it, Witsel to Chadley. More care needed there.
His team, the 8th team in history to qualify with a 100% record, but only Spain in 2012 of those teams have gone on to actually win the tournament. Belgium's shown you enough in the, 2 3/4 games, Martin, that they will go on.
I need Lukaku, De Bruyne or Hazard to score or to do something.
It's an interesting challenge for Martinez because I think he's got quite a big ego, and I think he'll want to be able to demonstrate he has the football knowledge to break down this Finland team. Because all they are doing is being nice and compact, very determined, you have to say, but with this quality on the pitch, they should be finding a way through.
Denial. Hazard. Again, they've got 3/4 of a game out of him. This is for Marlon. 17 minutes to go. Doku's been better on that left-hand side.
Oh, here comes Belgium! Ah! There's a corner, Belgium!
Yeah, straight away, you're right, Jonathan, on that left-hand side. Doku's a much better player. Not the best of crosses, but he has the beating of his man, that's for sure.
Boyata up from the back. Not scored yet for Belgium. Denier up from the back.
Oh, to the post, it's a goal! It's a goal!
Surely this one will count this time. Thomas Vermaelen. The keeper tried to claw it back, but couldn't.
It's a goal for Belgium! Thomas Vermaelen!
The goal that will secure Belgium top spots with maximum points.
Thomas Vermaelen.
Defending, and you have to feel sorry as well to the goalkeeper. Look, Vermaelen on his own, it comes back off the post, hits the goalkeeper. He just can't react quick enough, but Vermaelen too good in the air. Nobody picking him up, heads it down, and off the post and hits the goalkeeper. Really unfortunate there. Radetzky's been outstanding for me, but Vermaelen too good.
I think it has to go down as an own goal, doesn't it? Or was it over the line before it came back out and hit the goalkeeper, in which case Vermaelen claims it. Meunier is on for Trossard. Experienced right full-back, of course, or right wing-back. And Michy Batshuayi, latterly on loan at Crystal Palace. He is coming on for Jeremy Doku.
See that helping hand he's getting from Martinez. We'll be talking about loving his players. He knows he's a great talent. It's one for the future. Showing his pace tonight.
Every time Belgium score, Denmark fans go crazy. I love it. Way!
Who will get game time? It is a Radetzky own goal. Belgium lead. Denmark 2-1 up against Russia. Finland all of a sudden are in a hole. Currently they're bottom of the group. Lukaku.
Go!
Looking for De Bruyne.
De Bruyne, if he scored that, would have been the goal of the tournament.
It's Belgium and Denmark heading through.
Oh,
With the cross.
I need Lukaku,
Arayuri gets it away.
Hazard, and De Bruyne to do something. They're my points for this game.
If they were to qualify after the nightmarish, horrible first night. Camera.
Just got to collect their thoughts now, the Finnish players. Knock the stuffing out of them, really. Conceding that second goal, of course, this one allowed, first one disallowed. For all that hard defending, Jonathan, to concede like that from a set piece will certainly hurt them.
Camera. O'Shaughnessy.
Finland are on the ball, 77 minutes played. Finland 0, Belgium 1.
Here's Timo Pukki. Oh, he's checked back. Oh, he checked back.
Oh no.
Well, he's made the wrong call, and I think that's indicative of how fit he is. He should be. When he's at his best there, Jonathan, he just goes for it. He's come back. It's the wrong call.
But still they press. Hazard.
Free kick to Belgium.
Took a hit.
Here we go.
This is Pukki. Comes back onto his right foot. He's coming back into traffic. You'd have thought he'd taken that push.
Corner kick to Denmark.
With his left.
Oh, what a save!
Really disappointing.
What a save!
Could all change if Russia get an equaliser in Copenhagen. More news of that game coming up for you. Here's Pukki.
Oh, what another save! Oh, what another save!
If they win this, they could yet finish top.
Oh, what a goal! Denmark, what a goal! And it's Andreas Christensen! Come on! A Chelsea player who hardly ever scores might have just scored the goal that sends Denmark through! Come on! Andreas Christensen, who hardly ever scores, has gone and done it! Chelsea signed through! That shows how good she is! Playing for Champions League winners, man! Andreas Christensen, what a finish! Can you do this for Chelsea, please? In the future, can you do that for Chelsea?
Too ambitious.
Well, what a goal! Andreas Christensen, take a bow!
Pushed out by the keeper. Comes here. Oh, what a melee that is. That's Christensen. That's Christensen of Chelsea.
I love that!
Lead 3-1. Wow, look at that.
Come on, boys! Come on, Christensen! Come on, Chelsea! Chelsea are sending Denmark through!
They're heading through.
And
Inspired,
it looks like Christensen has sent Denmark through!
Wales they will meet.
I hope he's supporting Denmark all the way.
Christian Eriksen.
Oh, Denmark! Come on!
And meanwhile here it's Belgium who will...
Come on, Belgium as well!
They're looking for more. He'll be angry that goal was chalked off.
Oh!
Had to slide it through there. And look for Batshuayi. This is end-to-end here.
I think all of us will be supporting Denmark because of what happened. I'll be backing them all the way against Wales just because of what happened.
Sure. Out by Mitchell.
But that strike, oh my god! If you thought Patrick Schick's goal would be up for goal of the tournament, I'd be just found something that could match it. Andreas Christensen, why do you not do that for club? Why do you not do that for Chelsea when you get the chance? You never go upfield, that's why. Here comes Denmark again! Denmark again! Oh, it's 4! It's 4! And Lukaku's gone for Belgium! Oh, it's all going crazy! Oh! Belgium 4-2 to 2-0 up, and now it's 4-1 Denmark! Oh my god!
And just pulls the trigger. This is all
Back
about
in a minute,
Lukaku. Look,
folks.
again, there's De Bruyne, just little touch, swivels on it. Goalkeeper planted to the spot, hits it in a flash with power. So clinical. It's a deflection on the way. Nothing the keeper can do about that.
63 goals for Belgium in 96 internationals and 21 in his last 17 in competitive football. Denmark have another against Russia. Let's have a look who scored it. Oh, it's the left wing back up there on that far side. It's Joachim Mæhle. And what a neat finish. And Denmark lead against Russia 4-1, and the Russians in St. Petersburg have gone very quiet. Look at the danger.
Wow, such emotion in that game. Incredible.
Well, if they're allowed to, the bars down in the New Haven in Copenhagen, the Tivoli Gardens, are not too sure whether they'll open. They'll be lit up tonight. There are other amusement parks in Denmark. It's not that I get free passage if I mention them. I wish.
I think you have to feel for Finland, though, because they defended manfully. It just seemed to be a matter of time. We talked about the quality on the pitch. Martinez looking for that solution to break Finland down. And when you've been geared to just defending for most of the game, it's hard then to just flick a switch to try and go forward as they're trying to do now.
Christian Benteke is going to come on for Belgium momentarily. Steered away by Meunier. And Hazard couldn't quite get there. I would imagine they take Lukaku off.
Well, they've got to, yes. And his development has been absolutely immense. Lukaku, he's talked about Thierry Henry helping him behind the scenes, talking to him, giving him information. What better player to learn off?
Back in the Belgian coaching ranks for the tournament, Henry, and off goes Romelu Lukaku to be replaced by Christian Benteke, who finished with a flurry, didn't he? 4 goals in his last 4 games at Palace, 11 this season, his best year since 2016-17.
Special player. There they are, that relationship, little word for him. Probably still asking for more, Thierry Henry.
6 minutes to go. Driven by Aro. It's a lost cause now for Finland, surely. Away goes by Meunier. And De Bruyne will take up the running. And Belgium want to put distance between them and Finland. And here's Eden Hazard, 2 to hit in the middle. Benteke clear. Benteke annoyed.
He was never going to pass it, by the way. He wants to shoot, he wants to get in on the act, but that one is way off for him. Still somewhere off his best at the moment, Eden Hazard.
Scored in World Cup 18 and in Euro 16, Eden Hazard. And this Belgian team used to now going far in competitions. World Cup quarter in 2014. And in the last Euros, of course, but didn't go all the way. 3rd in World Cup 18. Rattler. Seems such a long time ago since Finland won in Denmark, and it was nearly such a tragic night. He was so resolute here against Russia, and they were beaten 1-0. Chadley got a knock there from Pukki. Yeah, there was a little knock. Just there.
Just runs into the back of him. $18,545 in this futuristic
stadium in Russia's second most populous city, the Venice of the North. Meunier. He's right here, Rattler. Camera. Belgium want to get Hans Barneken into action. So all their outfield players would have had some game time. Arlo, away by Boyata. He's been super at the back for Belgium.
It's a bit of a fight for the future, isn't it, to play in that back position. If you look at this team, a lot of the players, 28, 29, I think that's the average age.
I am now back, folks.
Certainly an ageing defenders, Vertonghen, particularly at the back.
I am back.
So one of these players is going to have to step up.
If they can get Barneken on, just have a little look at him. Twice Belgian League Footballer of the Year. He's got 16 goals.
It is Finland 0, Belgium 2, 87 minutes gone.
He's got goals. Big man at 6'4". Only 10 games for Belgium, 6 of them this year. He's got a couple of goals for them. Here's Witsel meanwhile.
So let's see what happens. So it looks like at the moment it's going to be Denmark and Belgium going through. So Denmark will be playing Wales, and like people have said, I bet you Denmark is everyone's second club, second country that they're going to follow, just because of what's happened. It's like everybody's, because of what's happened, there's all wanting Denmark to do well in this tournament, just because of what happened.
Doing well again, Jonathan.
But that Christensen goal, oh my days. I expected that to happen, not me, or in a million years.
Belgium as group winners will be off to Sevilla on Sunday, and a later game there against a best third place finisher.
Still 4-1 Denmark and 2-0 Belgium.
Denier. Here's Witsel.
So far it's going quite well.
Vermaelen. Held up by Benteke.
Unlucky.
Has it not shown good enough signs for you, Martin, that he's coming back?
He's a little bit unlucky there. Good movement off the ball. I think this is a really important game for him.
50-50, right to that. And Meunier and the referee, and they have allowed far more physicality at these Euros than we've seen in previous competitions in recent years.
I like it.
We're into about the 90th minute in both Russia versus Denmark and Finland versus Belgium.
We have to protect, though, the playmakers. So it's getting a right balance, and I think it's been there in this competition.
But you have to respect the art of the tackle.
Of course, we don't want to lose that.
You want to learn something about the art of the tackle? Watch Bobby Moore, video of Bobby Moore, World Cup Finals 1970, or the Cup Final film against West Ham.
3 minutes of added on time in the Denmark-Russia game, and 3 minutes also added on in the Finland versus Belgium game.
Here's Batshuayi. Stoppage time being played in Copenhagen, also 3 minutes being played there.
Offside, unlucky. Oh, they got a streaker.
A little pause.
Streaker on the pitch. Streaker on the pitch.
I think you'll find, Jonathan, that Bobby Moore actually said if he was making a tackle, he'd already made a mistake. Because he was about interception. He gets the game so well.
Here's Hans Barneken coming on for De Bruyne. Just one to look out for there. The future, got this little pause because we had the pitch intrusion.
Pitch intrusion. See you later, lad. Great stream. Thank you very much, Adam. I'll be seeing you maybe tomorrow for England versus Czech Republic. Tomorrow, live watch on for the Czech Republic versus England game. So I'll see you all then. So I'll see you then.
Disappointing tournament for Team
Well, he never looked fit. No, for sure. I think we'd have seen more of him. That ankle injury kept him out for too long at the end of the season there. Just didn't look sharp. He's draining, by the way, when you're having to get behind the ball as a centre forward, but didn't have that sharpness to break the lines over the top.
Well, it looks all done in the group now. Denier, up to Meunier. Here's Witsel. Trying to roll in off the right-hand side. Witsel, what have you made of him, Martin?
I think he looks good. I think this minutes on the pitch is vital. Sort of injury would have finished somebody years
Got
ago.
about 60 seconds left in both games.
Switch it away to Arlo. The substitute fullback, Nicola Arlo. In the last minute of stoppage time. Belgium top scorers in qualifying 1 to 3rd here.
Yeah, see you later, Cammy. Hope you've enjoyed the stream.
I think though Finland will be quite happy and when they reflect on what they've done in this competition, that very difficult game they were involved in with Denmark, which of course they won. And it looks like this group is going to end up as we probably expected. It's happened very differently, of course. Belgium was so dominant, and Denmark looking like they're now going to finish in second.
Denmark have won by 4 goals to 1.
For Finland. Roubaix already has a 3rd place team with 4 points in Switzerland. There are likely to be other 4-point teams finishing 3rd. Group D and E and F potentially. All will be revealed over the next 2 nights. And Finland get a consolation. Here's Force.
Finland are on the ball at the moment.
10 goals as they went up to the Premier League. Kick off the season on the Friday night against Arsenal. In some occasion now. Late corner. They have time to take it. It's all over. It's all over. Belgium have completed the job and have maximum points.
Full time. Belgium 2, Finland 0, Russia 1, Denmark 4. Like, subscribe to the bell notification, go to it post.
In second place.
And also, I'll see you guys tomorrow for England versus Czech Republic in our group. Like, subscribe to the bell notification. See you guys tomorrow. Blue is the colour, and peace.